What up, YouTube, digital? It's been a while. Isabella, make sure the AC's on cool. It's starting to get hot in here. But anywho, Lambdog did a video to respond to Shall Not Be Infringed, but this is really something that's way bigger than that. And it's the whole concept of...
It is uncool.
Okay. So whether or not soldiers were, whether or not the wars or whatever were good enough for soldiers to die in it. And the topic got way out of proportion and everything else. And Lambdog brought up the fact that it's a sensitive issue, and it's not a sensitive issue. It's just people are insensitive. When it comes down to it, since Korea, we have realized that the wars are not always going to be on our doorsteps. And the wars might not even be directly about us. It could be about someone else, but it doesn't mean we're not going to be involved. I mean, especially by Vietnam, we learned that lesson. And people still signed up for the military. Even after Bosnia, people signed up. Even after Kosovo and Panama and there's a couple other ones. They kept signing up. What about Iraq? They kept signing up. What about 2003? They kept signing up. These people knew what they were getting themselves into. Just because people don't feel it would be worth it for them to die in a war. First off, nobody wants to die. But it is a casualty of the situation. People die in war. Because people are alive enough to sit here and think about it and dwell on it enough that they realize that they wouldn't want to die. Doesn't mean their view is the same as everyone else's. But what's even the shitty part of the whole situation is whatever, people are allowed to have their views, but when you knock down a group of people that are not even alive to defend themselves and to defend their idea of why they went and joined the military in the first place, that's where the line got crossed. The fact is these people wanted to join the military. They knew that they could die. Hell, you could die in training. So, was it worth it? Well, that's only for them to decide whether or not it's worth it. And they're not around to give us their opinion. But I will go back to they signed up for the military knowing that this could happen. And it happened. So that enough should say whether or not it was worth it for them. And at that point, they were the ones that made the sacrifice. No one else was. So to say that sacrifice was wrong or anything else, that's just not cool. If it's not okay for you to do it, then that's fine. But don't put other people down that have done it. Because yet again, they're not around to defend themselves. So, yeah, that's pretty much it. I'll touch on that. People need to jump off of this whole fucking stupid China thing. China's not fucking communist. They do not follow communism. They're about as communist as fucking East Germany is now. Mark my words, China will have a revolution soon. Matter of fact, I will say China has been having a revolution for the last 20 years. The problem is because it's not bloody enough for people to understand. They don't get it. Well, they've been having it, and it's definitely shown to the fact that, GM is building cars there now. So, and even in factories and stuff like that, that stuff's going up. The wages are going up. Everything is going up. Matter of fact, here's a New York Times article. As China wages rise, export prices could follow. Well, this was the same problem with Korea. This is the same problem with Malaysia. This is the same problem with Taiwan. This is the same problem. I'll have to do a follow-up thing, but people really need to stop with the bullshit blogs about, oh, China's communist this, communist that crap. They're nowhere close to what a true communist country. And before they had to force people to work, now people now people are begging to work. I mean, it's not even different. Salary rises for foreign firms continued in China. There's about 100 articles on this right now. So, Bloomberg Business Week. So, anywho. Just remember, people, the sacrifices wasn't yours. So it's just unfair for you to say whether or not it was good enough for other people. It was all to their own. You don't have to like the war. You don't. But go blame the people who started the war. Not the ones that fought it, trying to make it better. And that's what they did. They try to make it better. It's a huge shit sandwich, and they try to make it edible. And some of them died. So it's unfair for us to say whether or not it was good enough, or whether or not it's this, or whether or not it's that. Because yeah. So anyway, that's just my little tidbit, and I'll do an update on. I'm gonna get a hold of some of my expatriate friends and see what the latest is on China and Taiwan. I got some cool info a couple months ago. I haven't really made a video on it. It's about the whole made in Taiwan isn't really so made in Taiwan anymore. How Taiwan is faking their made in Taiwan, and it's really made in China, or made in Taiwan by immigrants to Taiwan. So yeah, peace. Just honor the dead. If you don't want to, if that's not something you would do, then don't do it. But don't disrespect them by saying what they did was not right. They signed up for it. They're the ones that sacrificed it, and they're the ones that are not here to defend themselves. So it's just not fair. It's just not cool. Anyway, peace.